Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be doing a Capture One tutorial, and I'll be telling or teaching you how to edit your portrait on Capture One. So here we have this photo of this beautiful lady, and we're here to edit it before taking it to Photoshop and doing more out of it. So first of all, I would like to point out the problems we are having on the photo. And before that, let's quickly do a quick before and after so you see that we haven't done anything yet on the photo. So it's just as it is. So I'm going to turn off the before and after. And what I would like to do, let me quickly select something different apart from the white balance. Okay, so we have another two. Okay, let me pick this two. Now since we have the photo, we can zoom in and we can see that the image is actually out of focus. You can see over here that this place is blurry and the leaves is just more focused than the face. So we can try and fix that in Photoshop by making this place blurry and then giving her more, making the subject more focus. But one thing I would like to do, not too much, I would like to correct the white balance and also give her some skin tones. And maybe in Photoshop we might actually color grade the photo. So this is the background layer. I've opened up the layer. I'm just going to add in and I'm just going to add in a new fill layer. So on the new fill layer, I'm going to create a white balance, select the white balance tool and then zoom in on the eyes and then I'm going to click it. So we have just a little correction. So quickly picking this tool, the select tool, I'm going to quickly zoom in and do a quick before and after. So let's zoom in. So you can see before, just a little bit change. She's actually white before and now we just give her a little bit reddish skin tone on her skin. You can see just a little bit difference, but let's zoom out so that you can see the difference before and after. So let's quickly zoom out if that is the corrected white balance, and quickly I'm going to create another new empty adjustment layer. Then I'm going to take the tool, the max tool, and I'm going to zoom in and select our face. And Capture One is going to help us select the subject's face by calculating the mask. So we can actually click M to view the marks of the selected range. I'm just going to pick up the eraser, max eraser tool, and then I'm going to clean it from where I don't want it to be. So just something like this. Control Z. Okay, Control Z. Oh, I mean, let's go back. Okay, sorry, I picked the wrong this thing. So I'm just going to clean this place up just a little bit, touch, zoom in, and make sure that we have nowhere else selected. So after selecting that, I'm going to click M on my keyboard, and let's see, maybe we actually we mistakenly adjusted something else. Okay, the picture is still intact. Now on this layer, I'm going to go to the edit color editor and I'm going to go to the color editor tab, the skin tone. So I'm just going to pick a range on a skin tone where I want the skin tone to look like. So I feel you can see the image is not too clear, but we can actually say, okay, pick a range. Let's try and pick a range there. So we have skin tone selected. We can increase the hue, or better still, the saturation. So to give it more reddish skin tone, you can decrease the hue, or let's increase the hue a little bit, increasing it all the way up and decreasing it all the way. Yes. Okay, just increase just a little bit. And then the lightness, I feel the image is actually the is not the brighter part of the image is actually lighter than the face. So let's bring up the face a little bit lighter, just like so. I'm going to go back to the smoothness, and then I'm going to increase it so the effect will be smooth. Let's go to the uniformity tab, and then I'm just going to increase the hue to just a little bit to create more uniformity on the skin tone, and then I'm going to increase the saturation also to create a uniform saturation. So just like so. We can actually decrease that a little bit. Okay, I'll take it all the way to 80, and I'm not going to touch the lightness, so I like the feel like that. So let's zoom out and let's see our before and after. So the view selected range is just the face. You can see where it's selected after we pick a point with the color picker tool. So let's turn this off, and then we have our hand tool or our select tool, and then we do a quick before and then after, a quick before and then after. So one thing I would also like to stress out is to give our lips a little bit more saturation. Okay, so I'm just going to create another new adjustment layer, and then I'm going to select the mask tool, and I'm just going to select just the lips and places that looks like the lip. I'm just going to hit M on the keyboard to see where it's been selected. So we have the lips selected. I'm just going to toggle M back again, and I'm going to increase the saturation of the lips. So let's go to the editor, um, exposure editor tool, and then we'll go to the exposure. We'll see the saturation and the high dynamic range. You don't need that, so we just need the saturation. So I just want to give a little bit more saturation to that part. I would like to change the hue so it will be kind of black, kind of reddish type of color. So I'll come here, and then I'll go to the color editor. So I'm just going to pick. No, I don't want to pick. I just want to edit it straight out away. So let's go to the color basic, and then I'm going to choose the red, and then I'm going to increase the saturation of that side just like so, not too much, just a little bit. Then I want the lips to be red, so something like that. Okay, so what else do we need saturation on? Um, okay, so I just like the way the feel that feels. Uh, Without doing much, I'm also going to go to create another new. Um, okay, let's create another new fill layer, new empty layer, and this time we are going to select the leaves. I want to change the color of the leaves. So just a little bit color grading. So I'm going to click the mask tool, and then I'm just going to select just the greens on the leaf. So just like so, and then capture one is just actually going to select that. So I can click on M and see the color selected range. I'm also going to add this side and see places that are selected. So I'm going to increase the size of the brush to, and then I'm going to increase the tolerance so we can have more range. So I'm just going to click and select those places that are not being selected, and also this place also. So I'm going to select more of those area so as to get the full green that we need. So some of the leaves are actually having yellow color with them. So in order to get all those, you need to select the parts that are yellow hue. So I'm also going to touch I'm going to do that soon. So let's just get the region and the part of the leaves before we move further to the clothes. Okay, so we have that now. I'm just going to click on M. So that is layer. I'm going to rename this layer for the leaves. After doing that, I'm going to create another new layer. We'll come back to the leaves later, empty layer, and then I'm going to select our clothes, just like so, just only our clothes. And let's see what Capture One has for us. I'm going to hit the M key to see where it's being selected. I'm going to select air also, and select some part that are not being selected, all this place, and then here. So since we have those sides selected, I'm just going to remove it from where I don't want. So I'll click the mask tool, and then I'm just going to decrease the size of the brush, and I'm going to erase it from our face and just leave where I needed it. So you can do more of the precision work later on your own. So just turn this off, and then now I'm just going to toggle M, and then after that I'm just going to increase the hue. Go to the editor and then go to the structure, and then I'm going to increase the structure a little bit. I can also increase the clarity just like so, so you can see more definition. Let's see a quick before and after. So we have more definition. You can actually increase it, just it's too strong. I guess here is actually okay, and increasing the structure also just a little bit. I feel 35 is actually fine. So we go further. I'm just now going to do the leaves. So let's go back to the leaves, and then I'm going to decrease the exposure or the brightness of the leaves just like so. And then after decreasing the brightness just a little bit, the saturation also just a little bit, because it's too saturated, just like so. Yeah, the leaves are too saturated, so I won't decrease. Let's see, try and taking the brightness just by 10 is okay. Decreasing the saturation also. Actually, I'm watching this one, so just decrease the saturation about, that's too much. Okay, so this is actually okay. So 22 is actually okay for me. I can go back to the editor tool, and then let's color grade the leaves. I can change the hue of the green. I want to change the hue to something like yellowish. If not, if we don't like that, so this yellowish hue, or we can actually leave it at green. I don't want the real green, so but this is the real green that we have. So I'm just going to leave it at this real green, and we can also do much. So all right, so I can actually leave the photo just like so. Um, let's go back to the face. I guess this is face, the face. Uh, let's see the marks of the face. I don't want to rename it, so click on M to see the marks of the face, and then let's go on to add some red to it, just like so. So this is too much. This is green. I don't want green. I want this kind of feel. Yeah, so something like this. So this is before white, and then just increase it just a little bit. I'm going to add some yellow, and just a little bit red to it. So before, if we take it down, nothing, just like so. Now that we have this, I feel the image has been corrected. The image has been corrected. So we can go back, and one thing we can actually do again is, if we want to, like I said, I don't like the color of the leaves before, so you can check the leaves is actually like this. So then I change it to the rich setting. So just a little bit of little touches. Now I'm going to do a quick before and after, and then we're going to end the quick before and after, so you can check the quick before and then after. So I feel like the leaf is actually too bright also, and I'm going to reduce the brightness of the leaves. So this is the leaf. I'm going to go back to the saturation, not the saturation of the green. Let's go back to the color, the editor tool, and then exposure. So let's bring down the exposure of the leaves. So brightness, I'm just going to take it down, not too dark. I'm going to take it just a little bit. Let's look at the brightness, the exposure. So just exposure, yeah, just a little bit, 0.5. I'm going to bring up the shadows so as to create more clarity on the background. The highlight, I'm going to take it down a little bit, and the white, I'm going to take it down just a little bit. So if we want to see more details on the black, we can actually increase the black, and then we have something like this. So I feel like this is actually looking good. Yeah, this is actually looking good, and now it matches the brightness of our face. So we can close this one and then give a little bit saturation if there need be, but I don't want any more saturation. I feel it's actually saturated already, so we can actually bring it just like so. Okay, so if you also feel like you need to decrease the clarity, well, to make the subject come out more, there I find no crime in that. So but makes it weird, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to bring up the like this, and then I'm going to export it to Photoshop. So we can actually use the style brushes and then color grade more on what we needed to do. So let's see what we can do in Photoshop. Once again, this is the end of the video, so I'm just going to do a quick recap. First of all, this is our image, so I'm going to turn every other effect off. So we have this one, of which like I said, the image is actually out of focus. The focus more is on the leaf and it's saturated. The face, as we can see, is actually don't have the skin color, which is just white, and we corrected. We talked about white balance, and also the clothes. You see that it has no structure and clarity. So the first thing we did was create a fill layer, which is actually affecting the whole color in with white balance. So this is our white balance. The first layer is to correct the white balance. So we corrected the white balance and then gave us a little bit of the skin tone. So you can see a quick before after white, and so after doing that, we created another adjustment which is meant for the face. Actually gives the face and gave the face more skin tone, a very rich skin tone, so you can see before and after. And then we adjusted the leaves, the cloth is, yeah, I guess the cloth. So this layer, let's see what we did there. Okay, the lips. So this is for the lips. The other third layer is for the lips. You can actually see. So I'm going to turn it off, see, and turn it up. So we adjusted the lips, and then the lips, we actually corrected the lips. So with removing the greens, so you can see how much difference it made to the lips. So just a little bit before and then after. And then the last adjustment, which is this one, which we actually did, was for the clothes. Yeah, was for the clothes. So let's see let's toggle So yeah, so give the clothes more structure and more clarity. We can as well increase the dark side of the clothes. So I'm just going to go back to the exposure tool, or the eye, and then I'm going to increase the shadows just a little bit, so as to bring the subject out the more. Just 11, and the blacks just like so. So just a little bit, I don't want it too much. And then this one I'm going to bring it down just 7. So the overall details from the overall editing, so from like this to like this. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Once again, this is Asa's channel, where we do more tutorial about music and photography. So but today is a retouching video on in Capture One, how to use Capture One. So if you like the video, you can actually share the video, and don't forget to turn on the notification button, hit the notification buttons for more tutorial that will be coming out soon. And if you feel like, oh, you are new and you like the content we are sharing, please don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button for more videos, and more tutorials will be coming in this week. So thank you so much. Love you guys. See you in our next video.